Hello and welcome to a new year and a new episode of the podcast of the Parrot Pod. There's a bit of gravel in my voice. You might hear that. It's part audio effects, and it's part
Withered.
yeah, withering away in old age. Gotten a bit older. We're a year older now. Podcast is now 5 years old. Well,
Jesus.
4.5 years old, nearly.
Wait, when do what? No, hold on,
It
wait.
was August 2020.
Is it?
So it's been a long old trek up. And you know what? People come up to me every day. Not every day. Every now
Why
and
do you?
then.
Why do you do it?
People ask me quite a lot about the podcast. It was more than I maybe would have expected in terms of like the trend over time. I would expect that people would have completely forgotten about it by now.
Not us though.
But no, it sticks around. Like it sticks around. And yeah, people
like a
come up-
bad smell.
It sticks. Yeah, it just fucking wafts. And people come
Bro,
up and they ask me
fucking
about it.
2020, we released the first episode.
2020, it recorded it in was it 14th of August 2020, something like that.
Yeah, released 31st of August.
2020, long time ago. I can still remember.
Oh man, whatever you said there, I genuinely thought we were in 2026 for a second. I thought we fast forwarded another year. I was like, wait, it's 2026.
No!
Jesus, I'm fucking so old.
Start withering away.
Right, 2025, still got okay. That's better.
The weird thing is, I don't feel that old. I feel it's
Yeah,
like
I think.
when we started. Compare like today, right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're sitting here in the pod, as opposed to 2020 when we started. The only difference that I feel physically is the fact that I'm closer to you.
Yeah.
Whereas when we first started,
Yes.
it was virtual.
Yes.
But I feel the exact same.
Yeah.
I feel the same. I don't feel more like worldly, really.
I think
Physically, I
that's,
feel kind of the same.
Well, I mean, that's what they
Is
say.
that
isn't it?
immaturity?
No, I think that's what they always say. Like, you don't ever feel like you've ever grown up.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, because what I constantly think about is when you're like primary school and stuff like that. Like, if you had a young teacher, they would probably be about like our age now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, they're like an adult, and now I'm the same age as them, and I know people that are teachers as well, and no, they are not. They are not adults.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you ever get to that stage of there's no such thing as being grown up. You're just constantly
being
Const-
impersonating someone.
constantly nearly fucking up the entire time.
Yeah,
3
yeah.
steps away from destroying your life at any given moment.
Yeah, that's a great feeling though.
Yeah,
that's a good thing.
it's exhilarating.
Because then you're like, it's like then like sometimes I think about that, and I get a great sense of arrogance. You know, it's like you see, it's like this you know, oh no, it's like someone you're looking up to. They're up on a pedestal, a media figure, politician. All that. Like I'm better than that person, just because we're on the same level,
Yeah.
but they're on a different. Well, of course they have many more qualifications, much more experience,
A little richer.
quite a bit richer than myself. But it's like we're really the same, you know. We're
You're
kind of
also
the same.
probably a dope.
Yeah, you're also probably clueless. So I think that's a good thing. But it's also like 4 years from now, when we're still doing the podcast, we have our 10 years from now, children, houses,
There'll be guests every episode.
dogs, and they're just gonna be feel the same way.
Yeah,
Pretty feel the exact same.
because like I'm the second oldest person in work, outside our manager, and so like one of the girls I work with, is. Like she's not not a massive age difference, but she's turning 22, or she is 22, and she's like, oh, like what, like, how did
Tips.
you feel when you were turning 22? And
I don't remember being 22.
I was like, I don't know. I was like, I looked at her, I was like, honestly, it was lockdown, so I've no idea. And she's like, oh, Jesus, it was lockdown. God, you're old. I was like, fuck you.
yeah.
Fuck
Jeez.
you.
I suppose she would have been 18, but she would have been starting college in lockdown. That's way worse.
Yeah, way worse.
That's way worse.
I was
We
like,
looked out.
Wait, was you? She's 21 now.
Oh, okay, so she would have. Well, she still would have been
so
in
this,
college
like
in
this,
lockdown.
this year, she's no.
Oh wait,
She's. I'm pretty
she was
sure
going into college. to
she was
start lockdown.
going into college.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
I would have hated that.
I think she's
I
in her
would've-
second year.
I would have pretty crashed and burned if I didn't have if I didn't have college to just kind of Like that is a marker where it's like I definitely felt very different when I went into college.
Oh,
I
yeah,
felt
yeah,
very, very different. But then there's nothing. It doesn't seem like like what's after that.
yeah.
It's just that's it.
You know what's so
It's like
funny?
graduation didn't feel any different at all. You know, went to Canada for a bit, didn't feel any different really.
Yeah.
Came back, felt the same. Lockdown, that was great because I just did nothing for like 2
Yeah.
years. It was just like, felt
I think
exact
the
same.
first, like, the step up in feeling mature from like secondary school to college
It's huge.
is huge,
Yeah.
and then it like you never feel that level up again.
So you have to get it like spot on when you're 18.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you don't have it spot on at 18,
Oh,
it's
you're
never,
fucked. Yeah,
it's never gonna
you're
happen.
ruined. It ruins your life.
That's what I always say to people. When young people come to me with advice, ask for advice, I always say, if you haven't figured it out by your age, it's over.
Yeah, yeah. You
Just
might as well
give
give
up.
up. Yeah, yeah. Might as well. Yeah, don't worry. It is such a. I think that is the obviously like moving out is obviously the next like level up in maturing, I guess.
I've nothing.
Yeah, but you
Nothing.
nothing. Yeah,
Absolutely nothing.
yeah.
I feel the
no.
exact same.
Yeah, because even like when we were in Vancouver, like I know it's for like a summer,
Yeah, you moved out. for a
but
bit.
like it's just like, oh fuck, I gotta survive. Just gotta survive.
I gotta fly.
Yeah,
Gotta spread my wings.
yeah, just gotta survive for like this brief period of time, and not crash and burn. I was only thinking about it the other day. I don't know how we got that apartment in Vancouver. I know
That was great.
I don't know how we got that.
That was such a steal, yeah. A luxury boutique. It's just the story behind it so funny as well. I got shown the crack den,
Yeah,
and we were desperate. We had a whole debate over whether we'd even take it if it was offered to us, or whether we take it at all. And then the landlord comes back and he's like, "Yeah, you didn't get it." So what do you mean we didn't get it? As we were like hedging everything on the idea that we would get it.
what were we gonna do if we didn't get that gaff? Because that's what I was That's what I was thinking about. Like, I can't remember. I don't think we had a backup plan if we didn't get.
We didn't. There was no backup plan.
I think it was
because we were about to run out of money. We're 2 weeks in, and we were about to either run out of money or get dangerously low on savings.
Yes.
And we're still living in the hostel. We would have all had to ask for loans off like
yeah,
parents and
would've,
stuff.
Yeah.
We probably would have had to like split up because 6 people was a bit of an ask.
Yeah.
But it was just handy that we managed to stay in the same unit.
He just lie. That's how to do it.
Yeah, he didn't. He probably knew. He just didn't care, you know. The fact he was just like, "Oh yeah, you didn't get the crack down, but I can show you this other place I have."
It's fucking
me,
gorgeous.
Yeah, me and Neil Moore show up like, "Please let this be okay." It's just like this like amazing like
The
two-
best gaff with.
It's amazing, yeah.
time.
It's so nice. Spa, hot tub, like gym. It's in downtown. You're laughing.
Yeah.
We were laughing. For
Yeah.
a bit. We were laughing, and we threw it all away.
It all worked out in the end.
Yeah, we were so
Man,
grateful. We were just like,
we could have kept at that. We could have.
we could have kept doing that, yeah. But we were like, yeah, whatever. And that's true. That's youth. That's what it's all about. You know, that's what being young. We're just like, yeah, whatever. We just moved on.
Man, we probably like looking back and I'm like, yeah, I know that like some of us had girlfriends and stuff like that, but if like all of us didn't have girlfriends, I think we definitely would have just stayed
Yeah.
until
Yeah.
we eventually like fucked up massively, got thrown out of that gaff, and then that would have been it.
Well, I think it says a lot that the one guy who wasn't, you know, he left.
He did.
He left here. He came back and he was like, "Forget that.
Forget
This
it.
place is shit.
Yeah.
I'm going back to the fucking
The Holy Land.
where it's happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were like, no. It's like,
No,
but that's what it's all about. It was such a huge decision, and at the time we were just like, yeah, like I suppose I'll go back. I'm gonna have to go back. And those that didn't have a reason, I was like, I suppose I'll go back there again. You know?
Yeah.
Those were the days. Those were the dog days.
Yeah, man.
The salad days of youth.
Yeah. 2025.
2025. How was your new year?
My new year was pretty good. Spent it with my friends that I
Very
didn't
nice.
know any of them, and
In a
it was
gaff?
in a gaff.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, it was nice. It was fun. Walked in though, like it was a gaff that was fucking ages away. I'm crumbling. I was like, this is miles away.
Taxi.
Taxi,
Yeah.
€30, €35.
That's not bad.
Not
That's
on
actually-
New Year's
that's actually
Eve as
alright.
well. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's not
And
too bad.
he stopped off so we can get more drink as well before off was closed.
Solid.
Go in and again don't know anyone outside of like my one friend, and walked in and there was no music playing. It was dead silent, and there was a bunch of like uneaten food on the kitchen table.
Yeah.
I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I think I made a mistake. Then I found out that the girl, they were all chefs, which is the reason why there was food on the table.
They're all chefs.
They were all chefs.
Yeah.
And 2, they were playing games on the TV, which they didn't have a speaker. Bit of a red flag, but we'll get past that.
They didn't have a speaker.
They didn't have a speaker, but they were playing games on the TV, which is why there was no music playing. I was like, right,
they're all locked in.
I'm gonna let this pass. I'm gonna let this pass. I'm gonna get over this.
I'm gonna let this slide. Okay,
I'm
gonna stay.
We'll see how the night goes on. I'm just gonna night. Almost missed the countdown though.
Almost missed him.
Yeah, because I had an alarm on my phone for 2 minutes before the countdown.
Yeah.
Alarm goes off, like, right, someone knock on fucking TV or whatever, and they're like, oh, we don't have TV, but we're not gonna live stream on YouTube. And I was like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
They're not gonna live stream. There's no timer on the live stream. So I'm like, right, what time is it? How much longer? Okay, 10, 9. Like,
right,
had to pull up on the phone.
What live stream did they put on?
I think it was London. I think I was looking at the London Eye.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because they don't have TV. They don't have like a box or anything like that. Which is
that is shocking.
Yeah.
In this day and age.
But also, like, I was kind of like, yeah, I think if I lived in a gaff, I wouldn't have a TV box either.
Well, you wouldn't have a Sky box. You have a dodgy box.
Yeah, but they didn't have that. They were using they obviously just watch Netflix and YouTube on their smart TV, but they don't have any actual channels.
Yeah.
Which I was like, then I was like, what the fuck do you do there? I guess you do have to watch a live stream.
Yeah.
Of a countdown.
Well, you could get RT Player on your smart TV as well. That'd be my move. That'd be my old man move.
Yeah.
I get the RT Player, download that.
Player, yeah. Does that do live streams?
Well, it's a live stream of like RT1 and all that stuff.
Okay.
You know, so I assume they had something on for it. I think they had like or TG Car. They had like a trad session to ring in the new year.
Of course they did.
Yeah. But like, you don't need channels. I only use the channels for football. There's no other reason. Half Dodgy Box is porn. Just a load of porn.
Yep.
It's like,
I don't have one. I was looking scrolling through Melissa's one. I was like, damn, what the fuck is this?
yeah, some weird stuff on there.
Yeah.
Like really oddly specific, like niche genres that shouldn't have like an entire channel dedicated to them, really at all.
But there's enough of them.
There's enough of them there that there's demand. But yeah, that sounds cool though. A YouTube live stream. That's something that I would probably do as well.
Yeah. But again, there's no timer, so it's like. So literally someone goes like, someone shouts like, how are we gonna know when it's countdown? It's like when the fireworks go off, it's like, how do we count down? It's just like, oh, Happy New Year. But how was your New Year?
It was grand. We went for a meal and then we went to town.
It was down dead because we were going through town. We were driving through town in the taxi and it was dead.
It was pretty busy.
Yeah.
It was like it wasn't. Yeah, maybe it wasn't as busy as like we would have expected. We went to Harry Lemon, which I hate the name of that place, but like
I hate the name of the place.
Yeah,
I love that spot. It's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, and we did the countdown there, and they're playing like Jules Holland, and the Hootin' Anything. Bob Geldof was like singing, for like the New Year. It sounded like Old Lang Syne, and everyone started singing that.
Was it you? No, I went on a deep dive on Bob Geldof. Just like reading. It was like. Like he did something.
He definitely did. Well, he was Epstein, good friend of him.
He's just said some dumb shit.
About what?
About like the Irish Republic. Because
he's Sir Bob Geldof.
He's Sir Bob Geldof.
Yeah.
Said some stuff about that. Yeah, just like, you know.
He's a big unionist.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is shocking.
Lot of putting his foot in his mouth.
Yeah.
Like a lot of different stuff. But no, you know.
But he's not fucking up by saying that. That's what he actually thinks. And he's like, he'll openly say that.
Yeah.
He's like, him and Bono are like two cheeks of the same arse. And so you got the presidential fucking medal of being a silly bastard there off Biden. He got a medal off Biden. Biden, as like his last act as president, I think, was it yesterday or the day before? Like, I think Trump is officially president as of yesterday. But on his last day, he gave it. Jan 6th. Never forget. We were there on Jan 6th. We were doing the podcast.
Yeah, my man came in. He was like, did you see the news? Like, nope. We're locked into the pod. Get the fuck out.
I'm locked in, Mom. But on his last day, he gave out loads of medals for, like, you know, biggest losers. You know, Hillary Clinton got one. I think Harris got one. Bono got one.
All the people to blame.
Like the worst people in the world who are basically to blame for why things are the way they are. They all got like a presidential medal of freedom or whatever. It's like just an award, like the highest civilian award I think that the Americans can get. But Bono got one for some reason. He hasn't appeared. He hasn't said anything for years, and everyone hates him. Like, he's not liked anywhere.
No, he's not.
Like but he's the same cloth as Bob Geldof. But he like at least like Bob Geldof actually sang. He was there. He was on TV and he sang. Like Bono hasn't sang or done anything or said anything or written anything for like a decade. He hasn't done anything. Hasn't done a jot.
I think he's just putting his energy in behind getting like, isn't his son in Inhaler? I've never listened to him. I'm sure he's putting all of his energy.
Apparently
into
he's alright. All his energy is not a lot. No one fucking listens to them.
Yeah,
No one listens to them.
I think they played 3 Arena.
Yeah, no one went. Well, maybe people did go, but like
I have no idea.
yeah.
That's a band I hear people.
Yeah,
I
I've heard of
see
them.
online, and I've never listened to any of it
Neither have I.
because I know that Bob, no, not Bob.
Bob Bono.
Bono's kid is in that. I'm like, I'm not listening to that shit.
Yeah, I'm not listening to that. Yeah, no, fuck that.
Tell you what I'm listening to though, Mark.
Ah.
I'm listening to some Linkin Park rocking out like it's fucking 2007 with Transformers.
What
Revenge of the Fallen. I was about to say Rise of something else. Like
Rise of the Fallen.
Rise of the Fallen. No, it's Revenge of the Fallen.
Revenge of the Fallen.
The second Transformers movie as we go make our way through this franchise that I have blundered into not knowing that there's going to be so much to talk about. But we're on the second one now, man. There's shit to talk about with this movie.
Ah, yeah.
So I think again we're both in our mid-20s. Which is horrible to say, but we're both in our mid-20s. So we were the target audience for when these movies came out. And this movie, more specifically than any other, I don't think any other movie I've ever seen in my entire life is more targeted towards 8 to 13-year-old boys.
Yeah.
Than this movie.
Yeah.
What is your experience with this movie?
Revenge of the Fallen.
Yes.
I saw it with my family and one of my brother's friends. I think did we see it twice? Possible. But yeah, I went to go see it with I think it was my brother's birthday, and we went to go see it with one of his friends. And I love Transformers 1. We all love Transformers 1.
Yep.
Even my parents.
It's a good movie. Well,
It
is what it is.
It is what it is. We used to get the annuals every year. You know, they used to do annuals for every movie.
Yeah.
They pretty still do.
There's annuals for fucking the Simpson annuals, the Beano annual, man. They used to make annuals out of Shrek annuals and stuff like that.
Yeah. Shrek did multiple. It's like Transformers 1 had an annual. Like it's just one annual. There's only one movie.
There's only one movie, but yeah, we're making annuals.
I just remember having that annual for years. I was like, why do we have this? Why does this exist?
Is there a second annual?
Apparently, well, there probably was, but yeah, we went to go see it, and I just remember being so fucking long, and it's so long, but like maybe it isn't that long now, but like back in the day, I was like, Jesus Christ, this movie is dragging.
This movie is like 2.5 hours long.
Yeah, like it's pretty long, but
it's pretty long.
But I think it's dragged. Maybe it was dragged by the fact that even at the time I was like, this is very good, and I didn't like the fact that like I'm not clued in on Transformers lore.
No.
I never watched the TV series, didn't really know anything about it beyond the first movie. Revenge of the Fallen, I assume, was like, the Decepticons are gonna, come back and like start.
Yeah, it's Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, that kind of thing. But no, it's like it's a character called the Fallen,
and
it's like I just didn't like that for some reason, and it struck a chord with me in a negative way. And then it's way more. I remember being way more sexual than the first one as well, which I found really uncomfortable.
I watched 2 movies this week that are incredibly horny movies, and I think that this is the more horny movie.
Really?
Yes.
That's big. Yeah, that is big. It's just so weirdly. I just remember being so weirdly sexual, and it making me uncomfortable. Even though I was in a dark room, but it's like you're with your family and all. And then like the Mexican stereotype stuff like that.
I thought
even back then I was like, this is just stupid.
Man,
it's not like outright offensive.
I know that we were talking about like Mexican stereotypes. I was wrong. Mexican stereotypes. They're black stereotypes.
They're black stereotypes. Okay.
Yeah, we one of the lines is we don't read too well. It's like, oh Jesus.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's not good. Yeah. Like I remember even back then I was just like. I was so annoyed. I was more annoyed, but I didn't really understand why they were so annoying. But I was just so annoyed by them. And then like you have other parts. Like there's a scene where they're like driving through the legs of a robot, and he has giant balls.
Yep.
And they like slap the car or something like that, or like they're like clanging off each other.
Yeah, they're clanging. Yeah.
I just thought that was just like I was like, I probably audibly saw it, and everyone's like, "Who's this pretentious prick behind me?"
Fucking 8-year-old, man. Just
sighing
fucking
at Transformers 2. But I just remember I was so annoyed by that at the time. I was just like, this is stupid. And it was just more the fact it was just so sexual.
Yeah,
I was afraid of that.
Oh man, yeah.
Afraid.
Like, so my history with this movie is I loved Transformers 1 when I was a kid, but Transformers 2 was maybe my favorite movie when I was a kid.
Oh really?
Yes, yes, it was. I was like, man, its action's great. And then when I got older, I started finding out that people hated the movie. I was like, why do people hate this movie? And then I start finding out why. I'm like, oh yeah. And I've never seen it. And then I watched it again when I was like 16. I was like, oh Jesus, yeah, this movie's dog shit. But now at 25, I've reverted back. I'm like, nah, this movie rips. This movie is.
Is it good? Eh?
It is like the reason why I love this movie is because of everything that you're saying. It's like this movie smells like East Africa.
It does, yeah. It came with, when you get the DVD, it used to come in a box set.
Yeah.
You get a lot of links, and like Jones and stuff. You know, it was great.
Like this, it is so from an era, and I just love it for that reason. It's like uncomfortably horny.
Yeah, it was just
way
weird
too
for
horny.
a kids movie.
There's like I think there's three different humping jokes where the dogs hump, and then there's the little robot who's the little truck transformer who is voiced by SpongeBob.
By SpongeBob, okay.
The same guy that does the voice of
Tom
SpongeBob.
Kenny.
And if you listen, he's doing the SpongeBob voice, but like slightly different.
Okay. Yeah.
And then he's humping Megan Fox's leg.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
And then there's the old Decepticon who farts and like falls backwards lots. And then Optimus fucking dies and does nothing for 90% of the movie.
Just dies.
And like, oh yeah, it's just there's so much. And like they introduce characters that like they introduce this like Jaguar, like not the car, like the animal, like a robot Jaguar that is like attacking like military bases, whatever like that. And then I was like, oh yeah, so he's like the scorpion thing from the first movie. And so like the Jaguar, there's the big classic fight at the end of the Jaguars fighting, and then all of a sudden the scorpion thing shows up and starts attacking people as well. And I was like, oh yeah, that thing just disappeared in the first one, and they never brought it up again.
It did its job.
Yeah,
it did its job.
And I was like, wait, why did they get the Jaguar thing? Why not just use the scorpion thing again?
It's so successful.
And then they have another little weird like Decepticon that's like in the first one, that like gets into the airplane and stuff like that. And this one he's like really really thin, and he kills someone, but like he's so thin, he's made of tiny nanobots. He's so thin that he runs through someone to kill them.
Jesus, yeah.
But they don't show him like the fella fucking flopping apart. Yeah, and it is like incredibly racist, like insanely racist movie. But again, I'm like, yeah, it's the 2000s.
It was 2009, man.
Yeah,
it was a
different time. Like, if you watch anything from that time,
overtly racist movie. It was a different time, man.
Listen,
it was 16 years ago.
Oh, and yeah, it's just I think I took notes on this movie. Let me double check. I think I took notes.
Revenge of the Fallen. What is the Fallen again?
He's the first. Oh no, I didn't. He's the first Decepticon. Who can, and he wants revenge on humans because, so in the first movie they're like, oh yeah, Megatron was the first one to land here. Yeah. In this movie they're like, no, they have like Transformers have been here all throughout human history. Yeah. Like they show photos of like fucking horse-drawn carriages and shit like that, and one of the Decepticons like, oh man, these guys are old. These guys are old. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. So yeah. And the Fallen was one Decepticon that was defeated by other Transformers, and he wants to blow up the sun because they get energy from the sun.
Oh, okay.
It's not. I don't know, because like
does the spark come into this?
The Allspark, yes, the Allspark
The Allspark
does come into it again, where there's a shard of the Allspark that Sam Witwicky has in his jacket pocket from the first movie, and that falls and activates and like makes him know the coordinates for where this big sun destroying machine is, or something like that. I can't remember. Or no, it gives him the coordinates of where the key to the big sun destroying thing is.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. And so the Decepticons are after him, but they're also after the key, but they're also after the sun destroying thing.
So they don't have a lot.
No, yeah.
They don't have a lot going on.
No,
there's not a lot of stakes here.
They have like yeah.
Yeah, they got a mountain to climb.
Oh yeah, they're like, well, we need to get Sam, but we also need to get this and we need to get this. Whereas Sam's like, well, I'm the key to get to the key, so let's try and get the other key, or let's get the key out of my head. It's yeah, it's not very good. It's not very good.
Yeah. It's funny though.
It is funny, and like again, it's the same thing I said with the first movie. CGI in this movie is fucking insanely good. This movie looks so good. Like, when Transformers are up against humans talking, it doesn't look weird. It doesn't look like green screen. Like, it looks really good. The action, I've heard people complain with being like, oh man, all the Decepticons look the same. And it's like not really. Like, yeah, the ones that don't matter do look alike. Because they don't fucking matter. Like, they're just like,
the ones you need to know.
The ones you need to know stand out.
Yeah.
All the other ones don't. It's like the same thing with, like, if you're watching why the fuck is Peppa Pig being recommended?
The next recommended.
It's like I just don't understand that. Like, all the Decepticons, look the same. It's like, yeah, but if you're watching any action film, like in the Avengers or whatever like that, when they're fighting random guys, they all look the same because it doesn't matter. They're random guys.
Yeah. Transformers is such like an easy target. It's like I don't understand why anyone would go after, Transformers. It's like, you got Marvel and all that, But it's like, it's like going after the fucking, regime in Burma in 1943. So we got bigger things happening here. There's way worse things happening. There's a much bigger thing to talk about. There's it's like you have Marvel. Why would you just bother talking about Transformers? And it does look good. CGI is amazing. It's just very simple.
Yep. It's stupid.
Enjoyable. Stupid. It's just Sam going Optimus.
There's so much of that.
Just screaming constantly running. He's so sweaty all the time. Everyone's orange. It's great. It's great.
Again, there's like bits where like the characters are running and there's explosions going off around them. Like, yeah, cool. You guys did that. Fair play. There's actual stunts. And it's
not, unheard of these days.
It's not shot on a fucking green screen with like everything looking artificial.
It was real.
It was real.
Those robots.
They were real to me, goddammit.
Practical effects.
A robot died to make this movie.
It's just, it's like in commemoration of fucking, I don't know, Battlestar, who passed away in the making of this movie.
But yeah, I do think though, again, Sam's parents are the worst things in these movies. They're so unfunny.
I thought they were funny in the first one.
Oh, they're terrible. The mom like accidentally eats like weed brownies in this movie. Do you remember that bit?
I do, yeah.
And they're in college. He's like, "Oh, hi, professor. I'd do anything to get an A." And it's like, "Oh, stop. Stop. Oh, yeah. Yeah,
something else.
There is but again, like I'm thinking like there is like some jokes in it that like really do hit.
Like what?
Like there's one bit where like these two jocks are like gonna beat up Sam because his Bumblebee parks on their grass, and they're like, "Hey man, get your car off the grass, whatever. We'll beat your ass." And then he says something. I can't remember. There's some line about like, "Oh, could you not get like a sorry, I'm trying to get like a tighter t-shirt to fit or something, taking the piss out of them.
Yeah.
And they just go like, nah, bro, there are no tighter t-shirts. We checked. And they just fist bump each other.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's just a good joke. That's like it's just lines like that. There's some jokes in it that are actually funny.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I love this movie. Like, unironically. For what it is, I love it.
Yeah. for what
Is it a dog shit movie?
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Should anyone watch this movie? Fucking God, no. But it's I like this movie for what it is.
Fair enough.
And I'm a defender.
You're an
of-
apologist.
I'm an apologist.
Yeah.
I'm a Revenge of the Fallen apologist.
Or Michael Bay apologist.
Yeah.
There's more and more of us.
Man,
Dozens of us.
what is like Michael Bay's like best movie? And by the way, I looked at my letterbox like stats. My most watched director last year, one of
Michael
them
Bay.
was Michael Bay,
Really?
because I watched the 2 Transformers movies and I watched Bad Boys.
Oh yeah. The best Michael Bay movie. Yeah. See, Transformers. It has to be Transformers.
Probably is Transformers.
I thought Pain and Gain was very good.
I've never seen it. So.
Again, it's not a good movie, but it's a funny movie, and for what it is, yeah, you know, it being not a very good movie that's in extremely poor taste. It is.
yeah.
It's like it's very funny, and it does exactly what it says in the tin, which is just
Mhm.
like what Transformers does. But I'd say Transformers is the best movie that I've seen anyway. There's
Yeah.
Pearl Harbor and a load of other ones, doesn't he? Bad Boys. I've never seen Bad
You know,
Boys.
Pearl Harbor is such a weird one for Michael Bay to do. It's like, yeah, I'm going to do an
Yeah.
Oscar movie. It's like, no, you're not, buddy. No, you are not.
No, you're not, Michael.
No, don't do that. Don't. That's not what you should be doing.
Yeah.
You are not that guy.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna have some kind of art house breakout, maybe. I think he's kind of run out of road, hasn't he?
I mean, if he just is, I think if he made these movies now, they would be considered art house. It's like, oh man, it's like 2000s nostalgia. Just like amped up.
Yeah, but they'd have to, like, if they're 18s.
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
there's a lot to say about climate change
It's gonna say about where we are as a society.
as a society.
Mm.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He did that as well. Did you ever watch that?
No.
Apparently, it wasn't that bad.
Why did he do? I guess he did Transformers. That's my answer.
Did he do Transformers 1?
Yeah.
The new one?
Oh no.
No.
No, he did not. No, he did not. I had a very angry young autistic man giving out to me over that. Because I was like, he was like, I want to watch the Transformers movie, like the cartoon. I was like, oh, like not the Michael Bay one. He's like, no, I want to watch the Transformers
Yeah.
cartoon. I was like, okay, cool, grand. Went over, got it, and I was like, this, and he's like, no, and I was like, but this is what you want. He's like, no, that's not what I want. I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, I want to watch Transformers 1. I was like, I'm so sorry. And he's like, yeah, not the Michael Bay one. I was like, yeah, I know, but this is the cartoon.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, but that's not the right one. I'm so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry.
Fuck's sake. He wanted, like, there's like a 1997 one, isn't there? Or something.
Yeah, that's the one I thought he wanted, but no, he wanted the new one.
Oh, you want the new one?
He wanted the new one,
Oh.
not the Michael Bay one.
Yeah.
The new one.
Okay.
But he didn't say new. He just kept saying cartoon.
He didn't say that.
Like, listen, you fucking idiot.
That's what we fucking
You didn't
said.
say that, right? I'm a fucking mind reader.
Out of my shop. He also did Armageddon. I forgot about that.
I've never seen that.
It's not very good.
Yeah, no,
Don't bother.
I don't think it would be.
Don't bother. Deep Impact is the best apocalyptic movie from 1997. Tia Leone.
Sure. I don't
yeah.
know. I'm trying to think of
Watch
other
that.
like
Watch that.
90s. Why do they make a lot of apocalypse or like Armageddon movies?
I don't know.
Why
Well,
do
they,
they say
they made
Armageddon
it till
movies?
recently as well. You know, 2012, all them. There's a few of them in a row, wasn't it?
Oh, was
The
that one?
Knowing. Remember The Knowing?
Moonfall, man.
Moonfall.
I want to get into that. What's that director's name?
Moonfall.
He makes all the disaster movies.
Oh, Emmerich.
Yeah, Roland
Yeah,
Emmerich, man. I want to
yeah.
get into his movies.
Yeah, Moonfall. Roland Emmerich. He's kind of interesting because he does just only do one type of movie.
Yeah, and
some
none of them are good.
Do you ever see like his personality as well? Like he's
No.
very strange, very very
Oh, I
strange
see,
character.
so-
He's definitely into something weird, but he hasn't been caught.
That's why
Um,
he's trying to tell us the truth. That's why.
Yeah, he's like, this is the actual plan for what's gonna happen. Independence Day.
German as well. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a bad sign.
Oh, well, he did do 2012 as well. That's crazy.
He did
Okay.
2012, Independence Day, Godzilla, The Day After Tomorrow, which is a great movie, by the way. 10,000 BC, which was apparently dog shit. White House Down. Man, he's done all, like, they're all basically the same movie.
Oh man, 10,000 BC. I think I've seen that.
Yeah, did you?
I
Did you see
think
that?
I've seen that. I think
Yeah.
I've seen that movie. I could be.
I
Oh no!
vaguely
Wait.
I vaguely remember talking about it on the podcast. Or was that?
No wait. I think I'm thinking.
Was
About,
that the Jack Black?
no,
movie?
yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, Year One. I think that's
Year-
called.
Year One.
That is an uncomfortably horny movie.
yeah. Jack Black, Michael Cera. Yeah, all his films are the exact same.
Wait, he didn't do the Godzilla TV series, did he? 'Cause that's coming up here.
No, he didn't. No. Well, maybe he did. Maybe he's a producer on that. He directed the movie.
Oh no, I think this is just coming up because. Wait, no, he did.
He did the movie.
He did the movie. Okay,
With
that's yeah.
Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, okay, right. That's why that's coming up. I was like, wait. Okay, that makes sense. I do wonder how the fuck did they make a TV series about Godzilla?
Yeah, there was. You get up to.
And
day
it
to
is,
day.
and it is also explicitly
Horny.
horny. It is explicitly the that 90s one as well,
Yeah, which isn't Godzilla.
which has like it has the same font and everything. What the fuck, man? What is this? Man, maybe it's a bit of Godzilla I need to get into.
It does look kind of interesting. Yeah.
Godzilla the series. Right, keep that for later. Keep that one in the back pocket.
Yeah, I put that in the bank.
Did you watch anything decent over Christmas?
I watched an all-time class. I actually watched a few movies and I forgot a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed them all though. I thought they were all very good, but I don't remember a lot of them. I do remember, however, The Grinch. 2000s, The Grinch. Jim Carrey.
Mm-hmm.
Ron Howard directing.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor Momsen, supporting actress. It's a little girl.
Yeah, the little girl. Yep.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing voice. Fucking Jeffrey Tambor as the villain. Wow, this film is insane.
Yeah.
This film is genuinely really like it's just so good.
It's such a weird movie as well.
It's so weird in a way that you don't expect it to be so weird, but it's like it's a Christmas movie that you just put on and people watch at Christmas. But it's actually really funny.
Yeah.
And it's actually really weird in a funny way. And I think a lot of the complaints at the time, apparently at the time when it came out, it wasn't hugely liked because it was set against the standard of the animated movie from like the 60s or something like that, which was just a straight adaptation of the book or the story or whatever. I think your man had just died, Seuss, and I thought Dr. Seuss was like some like the Brothers Grimm or something. I thought he was alive in like the 1700s or something. But like,
he's only
he lived
recent.
he lived up until like the 90s, and he'd only died, and I think he had like really close creative control over everything that was made based on his stories throughout his life. And then when he died, the estate passed to his wife.
And they made the cat in the hat, and they made the
Yeah. But initially she was I was reading about it, and she was like she wanted the same thing for, she wanted to do the same thing that he was doing for all his stories, like really tight creative control. And she did get a lot of that with The Grinch, and she only gave them permission to use the story on the basis that she would get to choose the director and who was starring in the movie as well, which is big ass.
That is big ass.
That's a big ass.
Yeah.
Which makes it, I find it makes it stranger that the film is
Yeah,
weird.
Yeah. And then it's like, okay, I'm gonna pick Ron Howard and
Yeah.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah. Jim Carrey you can kind of see because he had like the mask. And all
He's
that
a
stuff.
perfect casting for fair.
He's perfect. He's perfect. This is like his like. Do you like the mask?
I don't think I've ever seen The Mask.
I hate the mask.
Okay,
I
right.
hate it. Oh Jesus, it's rubbish. But like that's always. I hate how that's always put. Like he's a few iconic roles which I can't think of right now. But he has a
Ace
few.
Ventura.
Ace Ventura, stuff like that. Dumb and Dumber.
Mhm.
The ones where he's wearing prosthetics. There's another one as well beside the Grinch. And the mask is always thrown in there. Like you ever see like a Jim Carrey article, it's always like Jim Carrey, the man with a million faces, and he's got like they'll have something from the mask. The mask was dog shit. It was rubbish.
I've never seen it. I know that Son of Mask is one of the worst movies ever made.
Oh my god, yeah. That film is
yeah,
dog.
I've never seen either of those movies though.
Oh man, no, the mask is rubbish. I never liked it. I just hate the mask. But the
Man,
Grinch.
you know that this you said like what's the difference between now and when we started this podcast? And it's like, all right, we're just like we're closer. It's like I'm learning things about you every fucking episode. Did not know that you hated The Mask.
I hate the mask. It's like if it was just a random movie, okay, whatever, you forget about it. He's other random movies that no one watched, and no one thinks about. But people hold up the mask as this amazing thing that he did. This is an incredible role. He's just doing what he kind of always does the same thing.
Mhm.
He's really good at it. But The Mask was just a bad movie. Maybe he performed well in it, but it's not very good.
Who directed The Mask?
Who cares?
Yeah.
I don't know.
His name was Ron Howard or some shit
Ron,
like that.
it's probably Ron Howard. Yeah. I don't know. I've no idea. But The Grinch is never put up there, which every day I wake up and I think, what's going on with that? You know, what's happening there? It was Chuck Russell. That says it all. It's not even a real name.
No, that's 2 first names.
Chuck Russell.
Oh,
He's
damn, he did The Blob
the Scorpion King.
and Scorpion King and Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not great.
Wow.
Not great. But yeah, The Grinch is rarely, lifted up to the lofty heights of the Jim Carrey pantheon. But like it really is. It's amazing performance. The prosthetics are done so well.
You know the story about him getting the makeup on, don't you?
Well, he didn't like it, wasn't it?
He had to get like a CIA torture expert to like talk him through
Oh yeah.
because he said it was like getting buried alive every single time he did it, and it took like 5 hours to get the makeup on every single day. Fuck that.
Fuck that.
Fuck
Committed.
that.
He's committed
Yeah.
to his art, to his craft. But the film is so different from the story, which is really weird. Like it takes a few deviations. It goes apparently Cindy Lou isn't really a character really in the book. It's more just about the Grinch. And they do the fake out where it's like, the Grinch is such a villain, and he really is a villain. And they really play.
Oh man, he's
such
villain
a
in this.
villain in this.
He's a bastard.
Yeah, and it's scary as well because I remember when I watched this as a kid, I thought it was quite scary.
Same.
And that's what came out at the time as well when critics and parents complained that they'd bring their kids to see the Grinch, and they'd be like, "This isn't the Grinch that I signed up to watch."
This is the Grinch I know and love.
Yeah, this isn't the Grinch that I saw on TV when I was a kid, because it is quite intense for children.
It's like really fucking like hallucinogenic is the only way.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, ooh, yeah, it's like it's really fantastical in like an off-putting way, like a really, it's throwing you off kilter the entire time.
Yeah, everything's got a weird smear to it.
Yeah, the cameras just constantly move, and it's just even like the prosthetics on the Who's are just so weird.
I don't like it, except for that one really hot Who.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
but it's quite intense. But like, I like it even more now when you're a bit older and you watch it, and it's because it basically is just made for like older teens or for like for grown-ups essentially. A lot of the jokes, a lot of the references that Jim Carrey makes, a lot of it is improv. And a lot of the references he makes, you're not going to get as a kid because it's just like fucking obscure bullshit. That,
yeah, you have no idea what the fuck he's talking
yeah,
about.
it isn't really funny when he's saying it, but like it's like, oh, the reference, I like that, it's pretty funny. The way he goes on, like he's just sitting there in the cave and he's talking to himself, and the improv there is just funny to watch. Some of the jokes kids wouldn't get. There are scenes that are quite intense, scary. His whole interplay with the dog is so funny. Like the dog is kind of like, they're such a great little duo playing off each other.
It does make, because like not just like you're talking about this, and in my head I've never made the connection between this and the Cat in the Hat, where Michael Myers is also just doing the same thing, where he's just making obscure references and like weird.
Yeah,
it's very also a very strange movie.
Yeah, that movie kind of makes you feel sick though.
Yeah, it does.
I remember I saw that in cinemas with my dad, and we all hated it. We all hated it for some. I haven't seen it now since, but like, I just remember it being like really bright, and it wasn't as obviously it wasn't as funny.
No,
And Mike Myers doesn't have like the Grinch with someone else in the role. I don't think it works. You can need like the improv that he's doing, like kind of just he carries the film entirely by himself. Your one Taylor Momsen is quite good though, obviously as the kid. But without that improv and this kind of like his sharpness, I don't think it makes any sense. Mike Myers, I don't think, is really that kind of actor.
Yeah. It's not Jim Carrey.
Yeah, he's not Jim Carrey. He's Mike Myers. He's Shrek.
Yeah. He's Austin Powers.
He needs a good script. He's Austin Powers.
He's Austin Powers, like.
But yeah, it's great little movie. Nice little. It's wrapped up in a nice little bow as well. It's perfect for Christmas. So festive.
Left underneath the tree for you.
It's perfect for a nice Christmas day. That's what we did. We watched it on Christmas Day, and I watched it again A few days after that as well. Great crack. Great crack. It's
What's
many
about?
laughs.
What it's
It was so
about.
cozy, you know. It's just pure festive. It's like the Muppets Christmas Carol, that kind of thing. It's just
Man,
like
yeah, man.
it's just
That's my favorite
it's-
Christmas movie of all time. Like,
yeah.
bar none. That is my favorite Christmas movie
And
of all time.
it just clicks, but it's not something that you watch in like June or something.
Oh fuck no! That is a
Same with
movie for
Grinch.
a time and a place.
Yeah.
Weirdly, I think that you like because we watched "It's a Wonderful Life" was on the TV, and like I didn't watch it because it's like fucking 2.5 hours long, whatever it is. But I was like, I'm sitting down, I'm watching that ending because that is the best ending.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like.
And you were there. And you were there.
Yeah. Bertie. And it's so funny because I feel like that is like a Christmas movie, but I do think you could watch "It's a Wonderful Life" any time of the year because it's not, its message isn't explicitly about Christmas.
Yeah. It's universal.
It's also about like a guy that wants to kill himself.
Yeah, a guy just wants to fucking off himself. It's about debt. It's about being in debt.
Yeah, but being in debt and wanting to be.
You want to kill yourself.
Yeah.
It's so relatable.
Yeah. Oh man, I feel that.
It's not about Christmas at all.
I want the moon. Oh, I just want money, please. I don't want a gaff. I don't want the moon, Jimmy.
The Christmas spirit.
What's his name? Jimmy
Stewart, isn't it?
Stewart. Yeah. I don't want the moon, Jimmy Stewart. I just want a gaff. Please.
I just want money.
I was going to talk about another movie, but I think we'll just. I'll save. I'll wait. I'll hold off on that.
Sit on that. I'm gonna watch it.
Because you might. Yeah. Because you might. You're probably gonna watch it.
I will watch it.
That will be the next episode.
110%.
So we're talking about Christmas, Mark. We're talking about family. Introduce our recommended movie.
Well, I recommend a film for this episode. You know, you're talking about a recommended film this episode. It's called Rosemary's Baby.
It's about family.
It's about family. It's about festive feelings.
Who is a better man to give us festive feelings other than Roman Polanski?
Yeah, or Satan.
Or Satan.
Same thing.
That is
many people have said the same thing.
That is one of the I think 3 of the top letterbox reviews for this movie.
Oh, is it?
I can't believe Satan. Like, who would have thought that Satan could make a good movie about Satan?
But yeah, this is a 1968 classic coming to you on the Parapod. I believe this is the first time we've ever talked about it.
I've never seen it. I also think this is the first time we've ever done a Roman Polanski movie.
Yeah.
For a reason.
Well,
I really want to talk about these movies. But
yeah, not really. But we're going to do it today. So
make an exception because we don't know what else to talk about.
Breaking the embargo because we ran out of movies to talk about. On moving into an apartment with her husband, Guy, weird name.
Terrible name.
Rosemary begins to experience creepy things happening to her. What a vague description.
Creepy things.
However, when she gets pregnant, she realizes that her fears are about to come true. That might be the vaguest synopsis of all time.
That is
That is just so poorly written and vague.
Yeah, that's.
There must have been AI or something.
Yeah, that's not a good.
That's a terrible description.
For what is. This is a horror. Capital C
classic. Has a consonant that's classic.
Yeah, it is
Capital C.
like top 10 horror films of all time. It's on the list.
It's on the list, every list.
And I have never seen this movie.
Surprising.
And so the movie that I want to compare it to is the 70s or 80s, the remake of Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yeah, with John Sutherland, what's his name?
Donald Sutherland, yeah.
Rest in peace.
Because that was a movie that I'd heard so much about, like, the paranoia and stuff like that, and I watched it, I was like, yeah, like I feel that like paranoia with that movie, and I can see why it's a classic. Watching this, I was like, oh, I feel the paranoia.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel the emotions that this movie is wanting me to feel. And this movie 100% still holds up.
It delivers.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
It delivers.
This is a very upsetting movie.
It delivers like fucking Rosemary delivers at the end of the
Oh,
bloody
yeah.
movie.
She does,
Yeah,
that baby got
she's-
delivered. Let me tell you.
Yeah, holy moly, you've got mail. This is a great one. This is I love this movie. I watched it many moons ago. I can't remember when, but yeah, I heard a lot about it. It was the scariest movie ever. It's not the scariest movie ever, but it's the paranoia and the constant tension, and yeah, like exactly what you're talking about. It's like this constant sense of tension and yeah, like you're being watched. Something's really off. Something's just really weird about everything. But like not
The vibes aren't good.
the vibes aren't right. But like the movie isn't really trying to be like, in some movies it's like, is it they're kind of trying to play it a bit straight. I don't know how to put it properly.
Yeah.
But they're kind of they're trying to make you just kind of like set you off balance a little bit. This film is like it's like soaked with the sense of like something is terribly off here. Something isn't right at all.
Yeah, and at no point does it try to be like that's playing straight. It's like, well, maybe it could be something else. Like, no, 100%.
Something's not right. Something weird is happening.
Something is off. Something is wrong, and everyone is in on it.
yeah. And there's like nothing, and it's such a great kind of not self-insert, but like like the character you're following, Rosemary, like it's done really well in terms of portraying her perspective, and you see everything that happens in the story from her perspective, and you feel that sense of things like kind of closing in around you, and the sense of panic that she feels just as things, they don't make sense, and then they start adding up, and then they make even less sense, and then the kind of the answer to some of the questions that are being asked are just are unthinkable.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the horror is. It's done really well. Mia Farrow is Rosemary.
Jesus, she's so good.
Yeah. What's his name? Cassavetes is Guy. What's it? John Cassavetes.
Apparently he's a king. Did you know that?
Yeah, man. He's a legend of
Yeah.
film. I've never actually watched any of his
I've
movies.
never watched any of his movies, but apparently
he's like one of the great, regarded as one of the greatest, the greatest independent filmmaker of all time.
Yeah. Wow, man, he had movies that
Faces now.
he has A Woman Under the Influence or something like that. That's meant to be like one of the best movies ever made.
Yeah.
And apparently on set to this movie, Roman Polanski was talking about how men just stop being attracted to women as they get older.
Oh yeah.
And apparently he turned around to Polanski and was like, well, I'm more attracted now to my wife than I've ever been. And stunned Polanski. He had no answer to that. Which is just like, yeah, he's a cool dude apparently.
Yeah, no, he was yeah, like I've always meant to watch his stuff, but I just never have.
He's not a cool dude in this movie though.
He's not. No, he does a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah, but we should maybe we don't have a recommended film for next week's or next episode, so maybe you could.
Little hack there.
When we do the break, I'll have a little investigation book.
Little hack there.
So yeah, Guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah, Guy's a piece of shit, but that's what this movie is. This movie is about women's liberation.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
It's about believing women.
Coming from Polanski.
Polanski.
As well?
Yeah. That's the weirdest thing. So like, just like a quick synopsis. I'm really bad at these, but like the synopsis we had is just so dog shit. Yeah. So Rosemary and Guy are like this couple living in New York, and they're kind of struggling to get by, and things aren't adding up. They're trying to move into a new apartment, or they're looking for a new apartment. And through like just kind of circumstance and fortune, they end up getting this place, and it's like it's like fucking penthouse, this huge apartment. So
gorgeous,
what the hell? And they're basically unemployed, aren't they? They don't really have anything going.
Yeah, he's like a fucking TV adverts.
Yeah, he's on ads, like.
And then I don't think she's doing anything.
She's just sitting around, yeah. And they get this huge apartment, and when the letting agents like kind of like showing them around, it's just it's the whole movie's kind of like this, but like he's just leading them around, and there's just weird things going on with the house. And at one point there's like the lady who used to live there, she's dead or something like that. She's passed away, and they noticed that there's like a big chest or like locker that's like sitting in front of what must be a door. And they move the locker back, and they open the door, and it's like something that's clearly been used before. It's just really weird. It's like,
it's just a cupboard.
Why is that there? It's something that was clearly used quite frequently. Just weird things like that. But they move into the apartment, everything's very good. It's all is fine and dandy. Guy's kind of struggling. He's not doing too great with the acting. Until all of a sudden, the guy who's like playing in this the main actor in this big movie.
Yeah, before that though, they
Uh-huh.
go over to the couple next
Oh,
door.
the neighbors. Yeah,
The neighbors. They go over to the neighbors to have dinner, and they're like, "These guys are weird. These people are so weird." But Guy and the old
Yeah.
man,
The fella, yeah.
the fella, get on really well. And the wife is really nosy with Rosemary, like asking all these very personal questions, stuff like that. It's just really weird. They go home, like, yeah, they're fucking weird, or whatever. But Guy's like, oh no, I'm gonna go back and talk to him because he's got all these crazy stories. And then it is either it's a play. I think it's a play or a TV show or a film. I
It's
can't
like
remember.
a play, yeah. He's like opening now.
Yeah,
They're close to opening night, and he gets a phone call, and he's like, yeah, really? Wow, that's terrible. And he's like, oh yeah, the lead of the play, he woke up this morning and he's just blind.
just blind.
Just went blind.
Just went blind.
But in good news, I'm the lead man. Like I'm the leading role. And he goes strength to strength from there. He's going to be the big guy, the big man in Hollywood. Can't remember if it's, they then eventually decide to have a baby. There's all this weird shit happening where they get given like a dessert by the neighbors.
Fuck yeah, man! I completely forgot that. How
Yeah.
she actually gets pregnant.
Yeah.
Forgot about that for a second.
Oh, it's horrible. Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah, they're given they decide to have a cute night in. We're also forgetting that Rosemary had met a woman downstairs in the basement that turns out to be living with the older couple, and she rocks up dead, having apparently jumped out.
Oh yeah. She's
Forgot-
like she's a drug addict or something. Yeah.
Yeah, so then they're like, okay, we're gonna have a kid now that we're settling down and stuff like that, and the old couple give them dessert, which is this mousse, just chocolate mousse, and Rosemary has some. She's like, this tastes like kind of chalky, and Guy's like, no, it's fine, shut up.
That's fine. It's just mysterious.
Yeah, this
dessert.
mysterious dessert
That weird neighbor
that
gave us.
has some fucking awful taste to it. That tastes like chalk. And so I keep going. I was supposed to say Mia Farrow. Rosemary she gets dizzy and she collapses. And so how is presented to us one of the most awful things, purely subliminal. In some bits subliminal. In other bits just straight up what you're seeing is what you're seeing. The devil just what you think is the devil. Or what she's perceiving to be the devil.
Just it's a hallucination, but it's this is such a weirdly specific hallucination considering what's happened the rest of the movie.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like what the hell?
The devil comes up and
yeah. It's so intense. It's just it's a bit of it's like a left turn, but you felt that something is really weird with the movie, and then it takes a left turn. And it's just like oh shit. And it's like it's a hallucination. The next day, she has scratches all over. She's like, oh, what happened? He's like, oh, I didn't want to miss baby night.
Yeah, I just raped you.
I'm a rapist. It's like, oh.
Yeah, your husband just raped you. He just admitted to it.
Oh God.
That's really disgusting.
That's grim.
And
he's like, I'll cut my nails. What the hell?
Yeah, and
What the
because
hell?
it's the fucking this is 67,
This is 68. Yeah.
68. I'm I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's 60s that they didn't really put too much emphasis on that. But that alone is horrific. But I don't know if I feel like the movie doesn't put that much emphasis on on that. It's oh yeah, just
Yeah. Well, Ron Polanski thought he thought this was normal. This happens to everybody.
Yeah, he probably did. Yeah.
But yeah, we won't talk about that.
But yeah, and then so then she's pregnant, but then the couple next door are like, oh, you should drink these herbs. You start getting really involved in the pregnancy. Start recommending doctors. The doctor's like, oh, don't worry about your other doctor. I'll take care of you. She's given the charm with the scents, the weird smelling stuff from it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she starts looking like shit. Starts getting very sick. But yeah, everyone around her is gaslighting her, being like, "No, it's fine. You're fine. This is normal. This is how it's meant to happen. This is how it's meant to be." Until she decides to have a party with her old friends. None of this old couple and all their fucking weird mates. They're old friends. And at that point, because in my head I was like, is Guy in on this? Is he part of this?
Yeah, I've seen this before. I was like, Guy's in on this, isn't he?
Yeah, he kind of...
And it's like, Yeah.
I think like, up until they were at the gaff, like all the friends come over to the gaff. I was like, is Guy a part of this? Like, I think he is, but I'm not too sure. And then when they're at the gaff with all the friends, like, oh yeah, this motherfucker isn't on this.
Yeah. No. Yeah, he was. But I wasn't sure if he was being hypnotized or like he was like
Yes.
in, like he was. I don't know. It was some weird shit was happening. Um.
Because I presume, like, 'cause at the end of it, I presume what it is. He's like, the couple are like, if you do this, you'll make it to the top. We will ensure you make it to the top.
Yeah. It was just a transaction that he agreed to.
Yeah.
But yeah. What? How's it? Yeah. She.
Yeah, she starts seeing her mates,
Yeah.
and then her mates are like, this is not right. This is not right. This is not right.
This isn't right.
And then she stops feeling sick, so she decides not to, and then she progresses on through the pregnancy. And then their old landlord comes over to see her, and then he dies because he's trying to get involved on the pregnancy as well.
Yeah.
And he dies mysteriously and leaves her a book that is like, bitch, these are witches that you're with. And I can show you because your neighbor is the son of this old witch, this actual witch.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's just, she realizes that she's, the witches are getting involved with her baby.
Yeah. And then she figures it all out. And she's like, whoa, there's a whole end sequence which is pretty nightmarish. And it's kind of like a false ending because you're kind of imagining, I don't know, maybe it's just like how we interpret films these days or how we're kind of expecting them to play out, but like, you're kind of imagining that it's going to be the end. And I'd seen it before and I was like, this is going to be the end of the movie.
Yes. Yes, I know what you're talking about when she gives birth.
Yeah, when she bursts into the room, there's a whole thing and she's giving birth. I was like, this is going to be the end. But there's a bit at the... But yeah, she bursts in and they're all around there and she's like, what the fuck? These are all witches.
Oh, you're talking about the bit with the baby at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, Rosemary gives birth.
Yeah.
But then they take the baby away and they're like, oh, sorry, it didn't live.
She passed. Or it passed.
But just to go back, I like that whole... It's like 25 minutes of just like pure paranoia with Rosemary, like putting all the pieces together, seeing like how everyone's linked together. And there's a bit where she's having a conversation with her old doctor on the phone in a phone booth, and she's pleading, please, like, get me on the phone to the old doctor. Something is wrong. Because at that stage she has now realized that the doctor that she's been seeing the entire time is also in on this. And so she's talking to the doctor, and a guy just walks over and just stands outside the phone booth. And he just stands there. And I was like, oh, she's fucked. Like, that's it. He's in on it.
Yeah.
He's in on it. And then, no, they walk out. He, like, lets her walk out, whatever. And I don't, like, now, even still, I don't know. Is that guy in on it? No idea. And that's how good the paranoia in this movie is.
Yeah, it's just kind of implied. It's suggested in the movie, but it's not. Like, he doesn't like do the shifty eyes back and forth and then follow her away. Like he's just kind of left there.
He's just standing there. He's waiting for the phone booth, or is he?
Yeah, you're left to think about it.
Yeah,
which is the whole movie.
So yeah, then she gives birth, and then they take the baby away, and like the baby didn't survive. You were just going fucking crazy because you were
prenatal, hysteria or whatever. Yeah.
But then when she's recovering in bed, she hears a baby crying. She's like, something's not right here. And then she bursts into the fucking neighbor's gaff, and they're all around a crib, this black crib. And she walks up to it, and she's like, "What did you do to its eyes?"
Yeah. Oof. It's intense. And nothing's shown as well. It's done very well.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a gore movie really at all.
Oh, I don't think there's any blood in this movie.
No, except for the weird scene where she.
Yeah, and also actually the woman that jumps out the window. But besides those two things.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like what happened? What'd you do to his eyes? Guy has normal eyes. What's going on here? And she starts going crazy. Oh, she has a knife in her hand and all. And
it's awful.
It's just going into hysterics, but she's surrounded by these people who are just completely calm about the whole thing, pretty much.
Completely
They're just like,
calm.
This is just the way it is. And then they're like, this is like, this
isn't Guy's baby. This is Satan's baby.
Yeah, this is. He's the eyes of his father.
And we've seen the eyes as well. We get to see the eyes, so Lord knows what that fucking baby looks like.
Yeah. And they're like, he's the king. He's going to redeem the the besmirched.
The Church of the Fallen will rise or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
The Revenge
Adrian,
of the Revenge of the Fallen.
yeah, and then there's like, all I've done. And just cuts to black. But they're like, yeah, he's gonna be, he's gonna overthrow the the kingdom. And he's gonna be King Adrian or something. All this stuff.
All hail Adrian.
Yeah, hail Adrian. And she's just completely, understandably.
Oh yeah.
She's like, what the hell?
Some of the best acting I've ever seen.
Yeah, she's crazy. She's so good, so good. No, she's half Irish, or she is. She's
Well,
alive.
you can see it.
You can see it. She doesn't look Irish at all. But
Little ginge head.
yeah, the ginge. Yeah, she got the ginge going on. But yeah, she's obviously in hysterics. But it's nearly like the fact that she's surrounded by all these people are just like, yeah, this is part of the plan, and this everything's going to plan, and everything's grand,
And you can't do anything about it.
and you can't do anything. So she's kind of like depressed from her like very rational assessment of the situation into like a total defeat, where she has a knife in her hand, she's all the power, but she doesn't do anything with it because she's just she's just surrounded by these people.
Yeah, overwhelmed.
And yeah, like Gas is like, this is just how it's always going to
And
be.
all the people-
This is the way it was always going to be.
And like, there's so many people in the room that like didn't even know that they were in it. Didn't know that they were in it. Everyone that you've seen throughout the entire movie has been in on it.
Yeah. It's done very well. But I feel like that's something that, like, if this film was made today, they would kind of leave that ambiguity in.
I think they'd end it with her just her screaming.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
that's not how this movie ends.
It's not how it ends, which is like that's and I was thinking about it as well, because like the ambiguity, it's not really an ambiguity because she screams, she sees the baby, and she's like, oh, what did you do to its eyes? And that'd be a good way to end it, just like cut it like that. It's like, oh, something obviously went terribly wrong.
Yeah, it's like ending it like that's kind of like ending The Wicker Man.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Like a little bit like ending in screams, like Lord help me. And then it just ends.
Yeah. But like this is like a totally different movie where it's like it's the fact that it's how she deals with it afterwards, where she's she has the knife and she can just lash out and just start killing people if she wanted to, which would be an understandable reaction. But it's like the social pressure of, even though she's surrounded by a lot of Satanists who've like impregnated her with Satan's baby and forced her to give birth to it and all. Like she just kind of like admits defeat, and even like the film just kind of trundles on for a few more minutes, and one of the older ladies is like gently, or not gently, she's like
she's not gently.
she's like fucking the crib back and
rattling
forth,
that child,
and the baby's crying, little Satan's crying, and she's like, you're rocking it too hard, and just by like the sound of the baby crying, even though it's Satan's baby, it's still her baby.
It's still her baby,
and like it's like her motherly instincts, which are like obviously like kind and like. Like just a natural tendency to look after your offspring is like manipulated into something that can be used by the cult as well, which is the movie's about women's liberation, as ironic as that is, given who directed it.
Yes,
but that's what it's about, and so she's manipulated and gaslit throughout the entire movie, because she's a woman.
Yes,
and because of her natural kind of instincts to trust in other people, to be kind,
especially because she's pregnant and like
she's very vulnerable.
Like,
yeah.
And then she's manipulated into taking care of the child, and that is a horrifying ending as well. That's not like a nice happy ending. That is a horrifying ending.
Yeah,
that she's been gaslit, and they're like, he's not even like, you don't even have to be part of the cult. You can just take care of your child. He is your baby.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh, what the fuck.
And that's kind of the point of the movie, rather than, oh, this is fucking crazy, what the hell?
Yeah.
It's like that's kind of the theme. Like the movie had a message, or had some kind of some meaning behind it, and that's kind of the point of that last few minutes. I think it's way more meaningful.
Yes.
Than I kind of first interpreted when I watched it a few years ago. But it's really, really crazy movie, great movie, very
great.
Scary,
like that,
very well put together, really well acted, so creepy,
fucking tense,
so tense.
Yeah, they would just want to add on to that ending as well, because like when she's screaming, like what have you done to his eyes, whatever. Like in my head, I was like, oh, her whole life is over. She's not dead, and like she could run away, but one. Like, you've lived like the last year of your life with everyone being involved in this.
Yeah.
You probably you know how far is their reach? I think that like this massive Hollywood producer comes in.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
guy in the white suit. I don't know who the fuck he's meant to be, but I in my head I'm like, oh, he's like a Hollywood. So like,
he's a big shot. Yeah.
there's a big shots are also involved in this cult. You know,
this goes all the way to the top.
you know idea how far their reach is.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll never be alone. Two, your baby is gone, your husband is gone, your like entire life is over from this. Unless if you act like everything's fine.
Yeah.
If you act like everything's okay, you can still have this life.
Yeah.
Just ignore everything that happened.
Yeah.
That as well is horrifying.
Yeah, and that's the horror of it. And even the fact that when she's talking to guys like, hey, how could you let this happen? It's like, oh, we're gonna have a great life. We're gonna live in Beverly Hills. Like it was just basically a financial transaction for him, where he's literally made a deal with the devil. Reminds me of another movie that we watched. There's another movie that happened. We watched it recently. Oh wait, every movie. Because every actor makes a deal with the devil when they go into Hollywood. No, but there was actually a movie.
What movie?
There's a movie we watched where an actor makes a deal with the devil. I can't remember. To become big. Oh, maybe I was thinking of something else.
Actor makes a deal with the devil to become big.
Yeah, but
that does sound familiar. And I don't know.
We watched it recently. I can't remember. I'm getting. It's the old age, man. That's the one thing I feel different now from compared to 4.5 years ago.
You said that, and I'm like, I do remember we did watch it
quite recently. It was a few months ago, but yeah, to him it was just a financial transaction, and that's kind of nearly again plays into the whole gender dynamics happening there. It was the man's like, oh, I'm gonna make more money, and yeah, she's just focused on just like trying to. She just wants to be happy and have her kid be happy, have a nice life with her husband. Just a nice simple life. And he goes and fucking sells her to the devil, so he can get
no worries, I don't worry about this.
So we can get a nicer gaff in Hollywood.
Late Night with the Devil.
Yes, that was it. Yeah.
I have to go all the way back to find that.
That's what it was.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought that was cool as well. Just because of the commodification of women essentially as well, of like of wombs nearly. And yeah, it is a really complex horror movie, and even the fact, like everything that's happening, kind of exterior to the film as well. Obviously, Polanski doing whatever. Even Polanski, a year after this film was released, like nearly to the day, his wife got gutted by the Manson family.
Yeah.
I said, what was happening back then?
Yeah.
How was that real? Like, how was that real?
Polanski is one of those people, and
and he was like a Holocaust survivor and all.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened to you?
You're a Holocaust survivor. You're especially like you have made some of the best movies ever made. Like as much as a piece of shit he is, can't deny. Dude made some good movies.
This was his first Western movie.
Crazy.
And he just knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, and then his wife and like all of his friends are butchered by the Manson family. Like,
and his unborn child.
Yeah, and what a fucking crazy fucking life that is. And then he does all this other shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow he's still a villain. Somehow he's still the bad guy.
How are you still the bad guy? You're a Holocaust survivor. You've Manson family. All this shit. You're still the bad guy. But yeah,
obviously, Cassavetes and Farrow in the movies were two absolute icons, just completely separate to this film as well.
Yeah.
And just everything going on, just crazy movie.
Yeah, 60s and 70s horror. Like I know that this is a 60s movie, but really this is a 70s. This is the start of 70s horror. You know what I mean?
This is 70s. This is very 70s.
The 70s principles are in this movie.
Yeah, it's all there. It's all laid out. The blueprint is there,
which is cool. Yeah. Well, we go for a break.
Let's do that.
Eagle-eyed listeners may have noticed that we did our recommended movie early, and we didn't set up the recommended movie because the real recommended shit this episode is the recommended Battle Royale for 2024, our recommended movie from the year that we covered. Yeah. How we do this? One of us decides a movie. We debate on whether or not we want to cut it or not. We have a list of 27 movies. And yeah, we'll keep going all the way to the top of the pile until there can only be one.
There can only be one.
So, in alphabetical order, our movies are All That Jazz,
Battle for the Planet of the Apes.
Battle of Algiers,
Be My Cat.
Beneath the Planet of the Apes.
Berserk. Golden Age Arc.
That's 3 movies, but I'm putting them in as one.
That's one.
Yeah.
It's one. We watched it in one.
Beyond the Planet of the Apes.
City of God.
Conquest for the Planet of the Apes.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Devil's Pass.
His House.
I Saw the TV Glow.
Julian Donkey Boy.
Planet of the Apes. Oh shit, did I?
Yeah, no.
No,
Possession.
there should be 2 Planet of the Apes though, shouldn't there? Because we watched 2 movies called Planet of the Apes.
Well, we can just add it in at the end.
Planet of the Apes again.
Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Rosemary's Baby.
The Cook, the Thief, his wife, and her lover.
The Passing.
The Red Shoes.
Transformers 1.
Transformers 2.
Walker.
War for the Planet of the Apes.
Watchmen.
And Wild Strawberries.
I'm not joking. When I was going through this list, I completely forgot that we did Watchmen this year.
Yeah, Jesus.
I knew that I watched it, but completely forgot that I watched it.
That's early this year, is it?
Yeah, I presume so.
Has to be.
Right, we need to duplicate this one. So we're going to insert a row above.
Oh, we're getting technical
Planets
here.
Of the Apes.
Slow down. Slow down, egghead.
2001, is it? Sure.
Yeah,
That's right. Oh, sure.
it is.
Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes.
Goddamn. Planet of the Apes. Damn, it is 2001. Fuck me. That's a 9/11 movie. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, Mark, do you want to go first with the first cut?
Let me go first. So, first cut, Battle of the Planet of the Apes.
No argument. No argument. Wait, is it Battle? Yes, it is Battle.
for the Planet of the Apes.
Yes, we got 28 movies. Yeah, Battle of the Planet of the Apes.
Goodbye.
Easily the worst Planet of the Apes movie.
This
and
dog. But also, very, very strong.
there's strong competition for the worst.
Strong competition. But also strong competition. I think there is there's 2 tiers to this year's list, very clearly delineated tiers. There's good movies and then there's really shit movies.
Really shit
But
movies.
there's a lot of good movies on here,
There is.
and but there's also there's less bad movies.
There's way less bad movies.
Way less bad
We talked about a lot of pretty good movies this year.
We try to get good movies in.
I'm gonna say Planet of the Apes 2001 for the next cut.
2001, yeah, fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the second worst Planet of the Apes movie.
Not gonna argue with that.
Yeah, again, not a good movie, but like more enjoyable than Battle.
I'm thinking Conquest for the Planet of the Apes. What was that one again?
Conquest is the one where it's in the future and he gets auctioned off and he's like to the black guy, yeah, you understand what it means to be a slave.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, where he's in the circus and all.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one as the
Again,
next worst.
no arguments.
It's a pretty bad movie.
I want to get the
pretty
majority
bad
of these out. That was not, again, that's the third worst Planet of the Apes movie. Okay. Is there any other things that aren't Planet of the Apes that were bad? Or not just not bad, but like not great. Number 25, I'm gonna say The Passing.
The Passing. What the fuck is The Passing?
The Passing was that one that you recommended about the 2 old guys that live together.
Yeah.
And then the other guy that like
I wouldn't put The Passing that low, but like
I don't know what else to put there though.
Devil's Pass is pretty shit.
Oh shit, there is Sorry, yeah. Devil's Pass is one of the worst. Oh, we might have fucked up there. Devil's Pass is so worst. Yeah, no, that's fair. You were that 100%, 100%. That is the right answer. In fact, Devil's Pass might have. I feel bad for Conquest.
It's kind of overqualified. Yeah. It's overqualified for the 4th worst.
4th worst. That's definitely the 3rd worst, but whatever. Yeah, that's actually right. Yeah, that movie was dog shit. Yeah, 24 then.
Yeah, I will agree with the Passing as the next worst one.
Okay.
Though I have a soft spot for The Passing. Purely vibes based movie.
Fucking what? Ernie Lives. Ernie Lives,
man.
Damn, that fucking rocks.
Ernie Lives.
Well, that's the thing, right? We're after doing like the 5 worst.
There's not a lot left.
I don't know where to go from here.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Okay, what is beneath? Which one done?
Oh, I see one.
Let's see if I can see it before you. Okay, I'm gonna say Watchmen, but only because I'm not. There's nothing else here that's like standing out to me as like Beneath. Oh wait, no, maybe no. Beneath was pretty good.
Yeah, Beneath was alright.
Um, we're missing a movie. Escape from the Planet of the Apes isn't on the list.
But that one was good, so it's okay.
That one was good, so that's okay. But
It's
yeah,
fine.
there's also Escape. Escape from. Escape was pretty good. God damn, that just shows how many of the fucking movies there were, man.
Yeah.
Watchmen, Walker. I mean, I don't mind. You can like either or the Transformers could also go out here. If you want to get rid of those, one of those.
Transformers 2, I would vote for.
I'm okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm a defender of that movie. I ain't gonna defend it here.
Okay.
No, it's 23.
I would look toward. So, I would be looking more toward All That Jazz as
Yeah,
opposed to Watchmen. I thought that movie did not hit with me at all.
yeah.
I thought it was so boring.
It's a movie that like I'm like, yeah, stroke my chin. Yeah,
Yeah.
appreciate. But did I enjoy it all that much?
Yeah,
Not really.
appreciate you, Rob Schneider, or what's his name, Dan Schneider. What's his real name? Roy Schneider.
Roy Schneider. Dan
Yeah.
Schneider.
In All That Jazz. I'd pay to see that. That'd be way higher on the list.
Yeah, it's not a bad movie.
It's
but
not a bad movie. I just didn't like it.
it didn't hit.
Yeah.
Didn't hit all that much. Be My Cat was pretty. I don't know it's the first one, but that movie was pretty good. It's not gonna go that much further, but it was pretty good.
Ah, yeah. We leave it in. I think.
City God is very good. Escape from I liked. His House I also liked. Student Donkey Point no. Possession. Rise. I'm looking at two movies. Either War for the Planet of the Apes or Watchmen. And I like both. I do like both of those movies.
Yeah, you love War for the Planet of the Apes.
No, Dawn is the one I love. Dawn is the one I really liked War,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna die on a hill for it. You know what I mean? Like there's other.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I'd be more partial to Watchmen than War, to be honest. But you know we disagree on War.
There's one that I like once it hits like 19, you can just get rid of. But I want it to be. I want it to be.
Crack top.
I want it
top
to be
20.
top 20.
Okay.
But there is one that like is like I have no beat. I in fact actually I might go out to 20, but we'll see. Yeah. So War 4, I'm gonna put at 21 because I'm not gonna die in a hell for it.
Yeah. Okay. Watchmen 20.
Okay, Watchmen 20. I'm gonna put Berserk at 19 then.
Berserk at 19. Okay.
It's like they're fine. I love Berserk, but don't love these movies.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So
Fair enough. I would go with. I think it's a Planet of the Apes off
yes.
here. We're looking at what do we have left? Beyond the Planet of the Apes. Which one was that? Beyond the Planet of the Apes.
Beneath. Wait, what the fuck is Beyond? Oh no, I think Beyond was Escape. I think I fucked up. Beyond was Escape.
Yeah.
Escape from. It was meant to be Escape, but I wrote
okay.
Beyond.
Oh, that's fine.
So it's Escape. So yeah, we're back down. So yeah, it's.
Oh wait, now we're off. Oh no, wait.
No, we're not. We're not. We're still in.
We're still in. Okay. So I would go. So we have Escape, Beneath, and yeah, like those are good movies, man. Those are good movies. What else we have?
I prefer Escape because the time travel aspect is just seeing the monkeys in fucking.
Yeah,
in
honestly, Transformers.
Oh yeah, Transformers.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put those monkey movies below or above Transformers.
The monkeys definitely are better than the Transformers.
Yeah. Although I appreciate them all.
Okay. So what do we have then? Yeah, I do think though it is going to come down to Beneath and Escape. The problem is though that we are flying through this, and I'm looking at everything else. I'm like, I have no idea where the fuck everything else is gonna go.
There's gonna be a lot of silence.
Yeah, there is. You're more partial to Beneath, are you?
I'm more of a Beneath guy.
Yeah.
But I No, I kind of I love them both. They're like my children. Like I love them both in very different ways though. But I could definitely I could see Beneath being the next. I could see that being the next one.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm thinking about Escape. I'm thinking about the time travel.
Escape is just too zany. It's got other
Right.
things going on.
Like, because you watch like Beneath, and like this is pretty good, but I thought the series was gonna get weird, and then you get the third one, and it's time travel, and it's
Yeah.
weird, but it's still good,
It's so good.
and and his word of defiance. No.
Oh.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's just it's dropping the breadcrumbs. The second one is really good, but it doesn't get weird. Like it's kind of like a normal movie until about halfway in, and then you're like,
Yes.
"What the hell is happening here?"
And
There's
then you get
mole people,
mole
and
people.
they control electricity, and they have nukes and stuff like that, or they're telepathic, aren't they?
Yeah.
And
And- and they
Charlton
control
Heston
nukes.
comes back in, he immediately gets killed.
They spent so much money to get him back into
Yeah,
that movie.
and they have like a Charlton Heston lookalike starring in the movie, and
but
it's
then
like,
he just comes
okay,
back in anyway.
he just comes back, and then he gets shot in the chest, and then the world blows up. But that's the canonical end of the series.
That is the canonical end. We've never got past that point.
No, never.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. But like I recognize that it's probably
Are you okay with Beneath? I'm gonna put
Put
Beneath.
Beneath.
Beneath at 17, and then I'd say, is that right? 17, yeah. Beneath at 17, and then if you want Escape, you can go out at 16. But I don't mind if you want to pick something else.
That's a good proposition there. There's a few movies here. Yeah, there's not a lot really to pick from here. I'm gonna go with Escape, even though I appreciate Escape a lot.
Yeah, Escape. Okay, so 16. So we're into our top 15.
Top 15. Oh, squeaky bum time.
It is on it right now because it's underneath Escape. I really liked His House.
I condone.
You can down.
I condone.
Yeah.
I condone.
Does that mean yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. I don't even say I don't think I know what the word condone means. His House is really good.
It is, but like it's the competition. Listeners, you're not seeing it here,
You haven't seen it, but like
this is we're sweating.
yeah,
we're sweating.
Oh man, I can climb my hands right now.
Yeah, bullets.
His House is very good though,
Mhm.
and that was I did not expect to like that movie as much as I did. Plus, it's got a banging message.
Yeah.
Especially now, is very warranted and very much needed.
Yeah, true. Of course. I'm actually regretting putting His House there because Be My Cat should have been there.
Be My Cat should have been there.
But it's too late now. We
It's
can't go
too
back.
late.
We can't change.
We can't lock in.
We can't. We've locked it in.
Be My Cat should have been there.
Yeah, it's like that. Just it's kind of hateful that we'd even put it.
I really regret that.
Look,
I made a mistake.
we locked it in.
Yeah, you locked it
We
in.
locked it in. It's too late
Yeah,
now.
I'm like, that like horribly purposely misogynistic. This horribly purposely misogynistic movie
That was
about
class.
this fucking creep. Although it was made by one person, and it is insane that he did that.
Yeah, true. Whereas
But-
His House had the power of Hollywood behind it.
Yeah, Netflix original. I think. Yeah. Whoops. No, that's a mistake. Anyway. Okay, what goes after Be My Cat? Okay, what do we have left?
It's all bangers.
Battle of Algiers, City of God, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, I Saw the TV Glow, Julian Donkey Boy, Original Planet of the Apes, Possession, Rise, Rosemary's Baby, Cook the Thief, Red Shoes, Walker, Wild Strawberries. I'm going to try Walker.
Walker. I
Yeah.
think it's a battle for Walker and the Cook. I personally put the Cook there, but
Oh, Mark.
I'd personally put the Cook there.
Oh, Mark. No.
No, you're looking at this as a top 10.
Oh, I'm
This is
looking
top 10.
this at a top 4.
Top 4.
Top 4.
Really?
Yes.
I was not expecting that.
Yes.
There's gonna be killings in the pod tonight.
Ooh.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, yeah, that ain't going out yet.
Oh Jesus, that's a strong stance.
Yeah.
Okay, let me have another scan. Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot now. I'm not seeing a lot. It really was for me between them two. Okay, fair enough. Walker.
Yeah.
Put
Oh,
Walker
like
down.
the most insanely anti-American movie I think I've ever fucking seen.
It's a great movie.
Jesus, I don't know how that movie was made. And I know we said that about like a lot of things, but genuinely, I don't know how that movie was made.
You got blacklisted.
Oh, fucking Okay, so we're in the 12. I need to double check that this is right. A to Z. Do I have this right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Thank Christ. Okay, yes, that is right. Okay, yeah, 12. Okay, we're last 12. Ooh. I think sorry, it's your cup. I'm there thinking.
Oh yeah. The Cook.
No.
Feed out again. It's gonna be controversial either way. At this point, we're in the top 12. I'm going to suggest. Oh, this is tough. Well, this is kind of more on me. Rise.
Rise, really?
Well, What else do we have?
Oh man, I thought Rise was gonna go further. I'm okay.
Man, this is a compromise. Considering you're not willing to compromise.
No.
Considering you're going all hard, man.
No, see, this is my play was, I'm keeping the Cook for a bit because I'm gonna let Rise go a little bit further.
You're playing
as well.
mind games.
Yeah. So I'm gonna let Rise go further.
City of God.
Yeah, okay. There's 2 movies here that I'm okay with both of them being cut.
Okay.
And City of God, yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Okay, let's get rid of it.
Shout out to all our Brazilians.
Yep, love Brazil and Brazilians.
Fuck me, City of God is one of the best crime movies ever made. Okay, 11. This is hard.
I know my next one.
I'm also
I've already seen it.
Yeah, I'm also thinking as well. Though I am like yes, but top 10 movies of the year, and 3 of them being Planet of the Apes movies. I think I don't know.
That's untenable.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
So I think actually I was gonna cut something else, but I think
Dawn. Yeah.
Dawn. Yeah, are we thinking Dawn?
I'm thinking Dawn.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I didn't think you'd let that go.
No, yeah.
I was afraid.
Yeah, but again, I'm letting Rise go a little bit further.
You're letting it rise.
Letting
it rise.
All
right, I'm gonna go Red Shoes.
That I was also looking at that.
Yeah.
Red Shoes at 10. Okay, right, cool.
I don't really remember that movie because it was in black and white.
It wasn't. It's incredibly colorful
famously
movie.
colorful.
Okay, right. So we're at the top. So number 10 was Red Shoes.
Mm-hmm.
So what is left
top 10
is Battle of Algiers, I Saw the TV Glow, Julian Donkey Boy, the original Planet of the Apes, Possession, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Rosemary's Baby, The Cook, the Thief, His Wife and Her Lover, and Wild Strawberries.
That's tough. That is tough. Yeah, it's your go, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It's tough. Gives a zoom there for dramatic effect. Also for my aging eyes.
Oh yeah, zoom there. Okay, what do we have left? Okay, I'm looking at 3 movies.
3 movies.
3 movies.
Ooh, okay.
Spitting out ideas here.
Okay. Hey, stand by your ideas.
Either Battle of Algiers, Rise, or Rosemary's Baby.
I counter with The Cook, the Thief, His Wife and Her Lover.
What number? This is 9.
Yeah.
I'm willing to let The Cook, the Thief, His Wife and Her Lover go at 7. So we need 2 movies to go before that.
It's the worst deal in the history of trade deals.
I'm willing to get rid of it at 7.
At 7. Oh. Wait, what were your options?
Battle of Algiers, Rise, and
Rosemary's Baby. Man.
Wait, what else is on the list? All right, wait. What do I hold dear on this list?
Yeah, what do you hold dear?
I have This is so hard, and this is so unfair. These are all good movies.
These are all great movies.
Okay, I think I'm gonna push
Mm.
Battle of Algiers.
You're gonna push it.
I think that's what I'm gonna push.
Algerians
out
don't matter
first.
to you.
Their struggle doesn't matter to me. I don't resonate.
They won.
I don't resonate
They
with
won.
that. Yeah, they won. What's the big deal? They won in the end. Yeah, that movie. I thought, no, wait, in the year that we've had, maybe that's not a good idea.
Bloody Arabs.
Maybe that's not a good idea.
No, it's not about the year. I know what you mean, but it's about the movie. I know what you mean about Battle of Algiers. I wouldn't let it go this round. I think it's an incredible document. It's not the best movie we've seen, nowhere near.
But it is. It's such a blueprint.
It's on the margins here. It's fighting for its life. I agree with you there. But like it's like Battle of Algiers, Planet of the Apes, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. It looks funny, but it's we have to be true to ourselves, you know.
You know what? No, wait. Okay, right. Let's right. I'm gonna step back from the edge.
You're stepping back.
I'm stepping back from the edge.
Step back, baby. Step.
If we do Rise of the Planet of the Apes next, I'll let go of The Cook, the Thief, His Wife and the Lover after that.
Okay.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Let's
There we go.
compromise.
Deal.
Okay, so number 8 and number 9 is Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Where the fuck is it? 9 is that, and The Cook, the Thief, His Wife and the Lover is at 8.
Very good.
Okay.
Cool. So I would. Oh no, wait. Sorry, it's your go again.
Oh yeah, I guess it. Oh fuck! I should have made that deal. Damn, I've got to pick another movie. So this is number 6. So whatever I pick now,
It defines. It's missed out in the top 5.
doesn't get in the top 5. Okay, so
It's defining.
okay, I'm looking at 2. At this age, I don't think cuts fucking matter. Either Battle of Algiers or Rosemary's Baby. Or Planet of the Apes. I don't know. Like, I really like Planet of the Apes, but it is, to be, like amongst this list, it's kind of crazy this movie's made it that far, but...
Okay, Planet of the Apes. Get rid of it.
Especially, that's not even my favorite Planet of the Apes movie.
Yeah, how did it just snuck in there?
It's neither of our favorite fucking Planet of the Apes
I
movie.
love it.
But I think it's it's that communal, the common love. No, sorry, that's number 7. Sorry, fuck, that's number 7. So actually, the next pick is number 6.
Is it?
Shit, is that right? 1, 2,
Yeah,
3,
yeah.
4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah. So whatever we pick now doesn't get into the top 5.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna offer up. Oh, it's a tough one. This is a tough one, my friend. I'm gonna say. Oh, it's a tough one. This really is a tough one.
Yeah.
Oh man, my number 1's been knocked off the list. When did that happen?
What was your number 1?
No, no.
All that jazz.
Just the passing. That's a good question. I'm thinking. There's a few here that I'm thinking. Battle of Algiers, Rosemary's Baby. Just gonna put it out there. Float this one. Wild Strawberries.
Oh, that's a wild card. I was not thinking that's the one you were gonna go for. I thought you were gonna say the possession. No, you're gonna keep possession further.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I'd keep it on, man.
man.
I'd keep that on.
Okay.
It's definitional.
So you said what was it 2? Battle of Algiers or Wild Strawberries?
Or Rosemary's Baby.
Or Rosemary's Baby.
Maybe Rosemary's Baby. Maybe I'm leaning towards more.
Yeah, I was about to
maybe.
Yeah. Because part of it, I'm also like, what about recent? Because I'm thinking like recency bias with some of with this now. Because initially I was like, yeah, Battle of Algiers. I think I wanted to put that out at 10, but then you got me thinking about that movie again. I was like, no, wait, no,
Yeah,
that can't go.
Yeah.
That is that good. Wild Strawberries as well, though. Like in my head, I was like, yeah, that's going far, and it has gone far.
It's gone very far. It's top 5. Well, nearly.
But I prefer Wild Strawberries over Rosemary's Baby, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So I would push Wild Strawberries further
Okay.
than Rosemary's Baby. Battle of Algiers and Rosemary's Baby, I don't know which one I prefer because I haven't seen Battle of Algiers in ages. But I do think about the like when we talked about Battle of Algiers, we talked about like yeah, the movie is what it is, but it's what the movie does.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah, less about the movie, what the movie means, man.
Yeah. And what it teaches you.
Yeah.
I didn't learn anything from Rosemary's Baby. I learned something from Battle of Algiers.
True, yeah. Yeah, Rosemary's Baby.
Rosemary's
yeah.
Baby, okay.
Yeah,
Number
get rid of
6.
That's a shame, though. I kind of pictured it in the top 5.
Same.
Yeah.
When we were talking about it there, I was like, this is one of the best movies I've ever seen. 6.
6.
Number 6.
Well, yeah, it's pretty. I saw the TV Glow has to be next for me.
Okay.
Has to be next.
Yeah, okay.
Has to be next.
Yeah.
Just because I can't say I saw the TV Glow as one of the best movies I've ever seen. I'd say it's a great movie that I really enjoyed. I can't say it's this.
Yeah,
is
that
the
really
best
snuck
movie.
in there.
It really snuck in there. Top 5. I don't think it really deserves to be top 5. It's not one of the best movies of all time.
Consider like, yeah, Rosemary's
It's a good
Baby,
movie.
one of the best movies. I saw the TV Glow is like probably the best movie that came out last year.
Yeah, but it's not.
Although there was also The Wild Robot that came out last year, and I think I preferred The Wild Robot. But that's not on this list.
The Wild Robot. Yeah.
But I saw the TV Glow, but it's got that thing. It's got so much subtext.
I do like that it is it's a current movie.
Yes.
You know, because the other movies are all mad old and all.
Mm.
So 2 of these movies are bleeding black and white.
Yeah, which is fucking woke. After Critic I saw the TV Glow.
Yeah, it all balances out because it's so colourful.
Okay, right. I think next. Okay, I think Battle of Algiers is next. This is the thing that's been fucking fighting for its life since number 10.
Hold on a second.
Are you gonna push Wild Strawberries?
No.
Oh, wait, what are you trying?
Julian Donkey Boy.
Julian, what? I have no idea what's gonna be number 1. Wait, I think I do know what's gonna be number 1 now. That's crazy. Julian Donkey Boy, man.
Or Wild Strawberries. Those are my 2 picks. That's what I would put forward, but you can overrule me.
Man,
too.
I think you're playing. I think you're playing mind
it's
games
your round.
here.
It's your round.
Every time I suggest Battle of Algiers, you throw a curveball at me. I'm like, oh, shit, I didn't even know this was on the shopping block. Oh man, Julian Donkey Boy. Again, I prefer Wild Strawberries to Julian Donkey Boy. I do like as well that whenever Liam was on last, his choice that he recommended, because this wasn't our recommendation, this was Robin's recommendation.
Yeah, true.
She recommended Julian Donkey Boy, and Liam though recommended Ready to Rumble, which I think was maybe bottom 5 when we did that, whatever year that was.
The one with what's his name, David Arquette.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a weird. Remember, it was his producer commented on our post.
Yes.
Remember that? That was mad.
Yes.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Wild. I remember the Texas Chainsaw guy commented on one of our posts.
Yeah.
About Toby Hooper. He's a great guy. I knew him. Wild moments in Parapod history.
Yeah.
And people who know other famous people.
Yeah.
Comment on our posts.
Comment on our posts. People that know famous people that weren't really involved. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's mad. Yeah. So Julian Donkey. This is number 4. So Battle of Algiers, Julian Donkey Boy, Wild Strawberries of Possession. Which one was the last one that you said? Which one are you pushing more?
Well, it's your round.
What's your which one?
My personal preference, I'd put Wild Strawberries, but Julian Donkey Boy, I can see why that would go. I've always been a fan of Julian Donkey Boy. This is about the Parapod. This is about the pod. It's about how this.
I can see what's gonna happen now. I can't believe you finagled this. I'm okay with Julian Donkey Boy, and I know that Wild Strawberries is gonna be next. You son of a bitch! I don't know how you did it. Son of a bitch. Okay. 4 is Julian Donkey Boy. It's 3 Wild Strawberries.
Well, I'm gonna throw you an olive branch. Wild Strawberries or Battle of Algiers? What do you think? I would say Wild Strawberries. What do you think?
I'd push Battle of Algiers to go out next. You son of a bitch! How did you do this, man? I was gonna put this thing out at 10.
Wild Strawberries.
And it's at number 3.
Wild Strawberries is 3. No. Okay, we'll go with Battle of Algiers. Okay.
How did you do that?
We've taken it. Battle of Algiers is true, but we've taken it far enough.
But I was also like, yeah, man, maybe it could be number 2 because possession. I think possession. Okay, so possession number 1.
Well, we haven't got there yet.
How did you do that?
Personally, I would put Wild Strawberries number 3, but in the spirit of compromise, Battle of Algiers.
Wait. What would you put at number 1?
At number 1,
Yes.
Battle of Algiers.
Son of a bitch.
No, possession. I put possession number 1.
If you want, man, do you want Battle of Algiers at number 1? No. Okay.
No.
Which out of these 3 movies, which is your favorite?
Which is my favorite, Battle of Algiers.
Okay, right. Okay. In which case,
But it's not about that.
No, it is about that because in which case, then yeah, Wild Strawberries are 2, Battle of Algiers, Wild Strawberries are 3, Battle of Algiers are 2, Possession at 1. Because I prefer Possession over Wild Strawberries. How the fuck did you do that?
We made it to the top.
How the fuck did you do that? I'm pretty sure earlier, if we can listen back to this recording, I think very early on I was like, yeah, Battle of Algiers, like, you know, I think I mentioned it like fucking 13 or something like that.
Yeah, that was ridiculous, to be fair. It's a top 5 at least.
That's crazy.
It's a top 5 at least. 2 is maybe a bit high. I think it's a bit high. But we've already locked it in.
We're locked in, yeah. I've already fucking finagled the rankings, so there we go.
It's too late now. I think it is maybe a bit high, but it's an amazing movie.
Wow, that's...
It's an amazing movie. It does deserve top 5 at least. I think the top 5 are... The top 3 are very interchangeable.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would say the next 3 are very, very interchangeable.
I think...
And I would say the next 2 are very interchangeable.
Yes. The top 10 is, like, by tiers, is very interchangeable.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I agree with Don underneath red shoes, but here we are. Here we are.
Yeah, I don't agree with that either.
Yeah.
How do we do that?
I do think it's funny though, that like I think this is the 3rd time that Bergman. I think last year Bergman came 3rd as well.
Did he?
Son of a bitch, he came 2nd.
Oh shit! I didn't realize this goes back.
Oh, this goes back. I got all of them. I got 2022 here,
God, that's very cool.
and I got 2023.
That's a great document.
Yes.
Gates of Heaven. Oh my god, man! I every now and then I'll think I want to rewatch that movie, and I'll be like, no, I don't. No, I don't. It's such an amazing movie.
Crazy
Hour of the
fucking
Wolf. You forget how good that movie is. What a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus.
What the fuck? 2010, the year we made contact, the
10? How was that 10?
spot.
I think that was our wild card
What
that year.
the fuck?
That is ridiculous.
What are we doing?
Rocky 2 at below
Paris, Texas is at 15.
it. The third part of the night is 8 places lower.
I don't think either of us liked the third part of the night.
No, we didn't really know, but like, it's like, you know, a big
Jesus, there's
well-respected movie. Dominion prequel. That was a good movie.
Sorry, I'm looking at the fucking list. There's like so much things that I don't like that were. Jesus,
there's a
last
ridiculous
year
amount of dog
so
shit.
much shit last year.
Remember the Discreet Charm, the Bourgeoisie?
Yeah, that was
dog.
so fucking boring.
Can Dialectics Break Bricks? That was dog as well. The Last Wave. I don't even remember what that was about.
That was the one it was the guy in Australia with the Aboriginal people.
Yeah, that was dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, there's a lot of bad movies there. Okay, so that makes sense as to
Yeah.
why.
It's only like the top. It's really the top 5 movies there are really good. The others are like, I suppose they're all right, and then it's like that was dog shit.
Jesus. Okay, so yeah, this year's a lot stronger.
This is very, very strong.
Yeah, okay, yeah, right.
This goes
So-
down to how far do you have to go down before it gets bad.
Okay, so let's go, right. Let's count from the number 28, Battle of the Planet of the Apes, shit movie. Planet of the Apes 2001, shit movie.
Mm.
Conquest for the Planet of the Apes.
It's actually not that bad.
It's actually not that bad. Devil's
It was-
Pass though,
it was
shit
shit
movie.
movie.
So we
It was
fucked up there.
misplaced.
The Passing, it's all right.
It was pretty shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty shit.
Yeah, it should be Conquest of Planet of the Apes where the passing is. The passing below that, and then Devil's Pass below that.
Yes,
But we messed up.
we fucked up.
Also,
Transformers 2
should also be below all them.
all that.
No, it's Transformers 2.
But
Entertainment factor.
it's got that Links Africa vibe. So
It
you
does,
need
yeah.
you need they need to push a bit.
Yeah.
And then all that jazz, I don't think is bad, but it's just kind of boring. So neither of us really.
It's boring. I think even Transformers 2 should go above it for entertainment.
Crazy. Oh, yeah, entertainment.
vibes.
Fair,
Yeah,
fair.
Yeah.
But as art, I don't know.
As art, I've obviously not. No.
But does art matter? Not really.
Does art matter on this podcast? No.
War for the Planet of the Apes.
That's very low.
It is very low, but
it's an amazing list.
yeah, it's underneath Watchmen. Probably don't agree with that. I don't think you agree with that either. Would you agree with that?
War
Under
below.
Watchmen.
I didn't really like War. I have to say,
Fair.
I didn't really like
Well,
it.
there we go. That's why it's our list.
In the spirit of compromise, though, maybe you should have put it above Watchmen, because Watchmen isn't the best thing in the world either. But I do really enjoy Watchmen, but that's a very subjective thing.
Berserk Golden Age arc. It's there because I like Berserk.
I think that's a solid pick for where it is. You know.
Then I got Transformers 1 at 19.
Yeah.
It's grand, yeah.
Solid. Yeah.
Beneath the Planet of the Apes. Yeah.
I like we're rating our that we just made
ranking.
10 minutes ago.
Like, don't agree
We're
with that.
ranking our ranking.
We're ranking. Okay, 16 was Escape From.
Mm-hmm.
His house was at 15. Be My Cat, we fucked up massive there. That was at 14. Yeah, it's locked in. Can't change it.
Can't change.
Walker at 13.
Mm-hmm.
City of God at 12. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes at 11. The Red Shoes, number 10. Number 9, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Number 8, The Cook, the Thief, His Wife and Her Lover. Number 7, Planet of the Apes, 1960, whatever the fuck it is. Number 6 is Rosemary's Baby. Mark, pulls into the top 5.
Top 5. I Saw the TV Glow, number 5. Number 4, Julian Donkey Boy. Number 3, Wild Strawberries. Number 2, Battle of Algiers. And number 1 on the podcast, recommended film for 2024, Possession.
Oof. Right.
There we go.
We got one last thing to do. Last year, we had Gates of Heaven face off against Texas Chainsaw Massacre for like the best
Did we?
recommended movie. Yes.
That's good.
This year,
Okay.
the reigning champ is still Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
Does that get defeated by Possession?
What do you think?
No.
I agree.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
It's inconceivable.
I don't think we're ever going to find a movie that will do that, though.
I don't think we will.
No.
It was the perfect. The
We talked about 2 movies on that podcast that we did that episode. That episode has 2
hours long.
movies,
Mm.
and it is 2 hours long. And one of those movies we talked about for 20 minutes.
yeah. But yeah, that was great. But the Texas Chainsaw Massacre basically originated the podcast.
Yes.
So you can't really get.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't get beyond that.
It's pointless.
It's
You know
the
what?
peak. We should remove it all together.
You know what?
Ascend it to a
That's
higher
what-
heaven.
That's what I'm about to say. We're ascending it. It's not going to come. It's not going to get. So instead, we're going to 2022's like, because that was 2 years of podcasting. That's what the fuck was the second movie that year? Penance Event. Oh shit! Right, no, right. Let's ignore that. Right.
That was a crazy list. 2022.
2023 top film was Gates of Heaven. 2024 Possession. Which is better?
Gates of Heaven for me.
Possession for me. That's interesting.
Oh.
But
Okay.
Gates of Heaven is the best documentary I've ever seen. So
Yeah. So like, I can definitely see. Because I don't think I'll ever watch Gates. I will definitely watch Gates of Heaven. Maybe when I'm very old.
yeah, and dying. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, I'm old. I'm dying, and I feel really sad.
I'm telling you, man.
Possession. I'll
I got some pets on the way out this year. I can tell. So let me tell you, I'm gonna be hitting up that movie.
I know. I had a pet die this year. Can't watch Gates of Heaven. I'm banned for the next.
That's it.
Like it's just the next year or so. Like it's like I lived it, man. I don't need to watch it again.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. But like, I will definitely watch it at some point. But it's like a movie you watch. Once you've seen it one time, it's like a movie you watch at a stage in your life.
Yeah,
Whereas Possession is something
yeah.
that you stick on.
Watch this crazy fucking movie.
This movie's great. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So as an entertainment factor, definitely Possession, 100%.
Yeah.
Not even close. Because Gates of Heaven isn't entertaining. It's just an amazing piece of art. That's all. It's extremely sad as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Recommended film for the first recommended film for 2025. I'm thinking we talked about him earlier on. We mentioned his name. What was his name, Mark?
Cassavetes.
Cassavetes.
Yeah, John Cassavetes. Isn't it? Is it John?
John, yeah.
John Cassavetes.
Cassavetes, whatever. You were saying there he's regarded as he's one of the kings, he's meant to be,
He's one of the goats.
One of the goats of like independent cinema.
Yeah.
He has a movie called A Woman Under the Influence that is meant to be one of the best movies ever made. Starting off strong this year. I'm thinking Under the Influence. Woman Under the Influence. Man, what the fuck is going on here? Woman Under the Influence for our first recommended film of 2025.
That sounds great.
Perfect.
That sounds great.
Let's go, boys. Let's girls, boys, days, dems, hop in the train. We're on our way to 2026 already.
Looking forward to 2026.
Okay, right. Good night. God bless.
Bye.